Hello, everybody. It's hit 5 o'clock. If I can just request all of our panelists to come online. Hi, Joey. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Hi.
Really brilliant. Great to see you. Abhinav, fantastic. Great. I am so happy to have this amazing panel and on a very, very important and timely topic. I think all of us are really looking forward to this conversation. I welcome everybody who's joined us live on the WebEx meeting as well. Please do, and thank you for some of the attendees. Great to have our fellow CEOs and all there. Some of you should be on this panel instead of in the audience, but we'll take it. I'd love for the audience, if you have question answers, to please put it in your Q&A. We will try to get through them all as we go through this chat. And to the CII host at the background who's helping us host this, I hope that all of us can see those question and answers, and we will figure out how to get it working otherwise. Ravi, did we lose your video? Did we lose Ravi's video?
Ravi's video is actually very much there. We can see it.
Yeah. Okay, we can see him. Great, fantastic for a second. Brilliant, great. So let me just set up a quick context on this. What's happened, right? COVID-19 hit, ad budgets around the world have collapsed. Now we are seeing two things happening at the same time. On one hand, no one's advertising because no one's buying. And so you have all your, media outlets and all suddenly running out of huge number of ad revenues. We had a fantastic couple of webinars with some of the leading newspaper owners and publishers in the last month. And one of the big things they've been saying is that, look, obviously this is very hard times for them. A lot of them are now trying to innovate out of it in new advert opportunities, the rise of native, all these sorts of amazing things that are happening. But at the same time, there's also a daily struggle. There is no point, taking a quarter page, very expensive newspaper ad if no newspapers are being delivered. And all of us are actually getting our newspapers either through WhatsApp or online or some combination, even the full print versions. And so I have two gentlemen here who've had a long career in figuring out all of these things, squeezing out the last dollar to make sure that every bit counts, and really spend money effectively for their companies to ensure that they're getting the maximum bang for buck for their marketing dollars. And so we are going to sort of structure this conversation into 2-3 different portions. First, we're just going to figure out what's the state of affairs, what's working, what's not working. We are going to try to figure out how ad budgets and ad budget allocations will change in the next 3 to 4 months. All crystal balling, of course. Please, audience, don't hold anybody here accountable because things are changing on a everyday basis. And at some point, whatever we say today will no longer work 30 days from now. But also a little bit to address the longer term trends. We've seen the battle between print and digital. Programmatic is just sort of kicking in. Quite frankly, a lot of people are really confused what works. And many companies, India and SMEs and MSMEs, are still just using, Google ad, Facebook ad, basic stuff. They haven't really been able to migrate to the more sophisticated and complicated digital systems that might give their particular brand and products if not a better impression or a mileage, but certainly a more value for the same click. Just to kick it off, I'd love to start off with Abhinav. How are things going? Are you guys advertising revenues? Walk us through your thoughts right now. Abhinav, unmute yourself.
Okay, fine. Sorry. So first of all, thank you, CII, for this opportunity to engage with audiences across geographies and market sectors. It's a great opportunity to know thoughts of other industry experts as well. So as a part of the financial services domain, I think, yes, last couple of weeks have been quite formative in terms of how they've panned out, quite unexpected. None of us probably expected such times to witnessed such times in our lifetimes. But I think there we go. We are there, and the best way is to handle change and kind of adapt with it. If you look at our business model, in fact, I'll take a couple of minutes to share a bit about the group and our services, because that's important to set a context. So the Muthoot Group is not just into gold loans. Like the Tatas often say, we also do steel. We take humble pride in saying that we also do gold loans, because it's a large, diversified conglomerate with 20 diversified business divisions, both financial services and non-financial services also. And I'm not sure if very many people would know that we are also into the business of power generation, information technology, hospitality, healthcare, education. So it's a large organization, group of organizations. And within financial services, we are pretty much as good as a bank, except the fact that we don't do any CASA accounts, and we don't issue checkbooks, and we don't do credit cards. Other than that, pretty much everything under the sun that a retail bank would do, on the deposit liability side, asset side, money transfer, foreign exchange, insurance, pretty much all these bouquet of financial services, something that we offer. Now, up until 21st of March, I would be very happy to say that we were pretty much in a great shape. And this would have been the first, I think, one of those rarest of the rare years when we would have achieved 100% of our targets, probably overachieved them. In fact, even if you look at our 9-month results, quarter up until Q3, our book size grew by 21%, and our profitability grew by 49% over the same period last financial year. We registered a profit of about 2,300 crores, as against an annual profit